Snow fell cold on a bitter night. John was gone for the morning light. They blame Karen, but it don't sit right. Too many secrets hid from sight. Oh, the badge runs deep, the law runs thin. They stack the deck, but truth won't bend. The judge looks away, the truth gets drowned. Ain't no justice in Canton Town. Proctor's story shifts and sways. Cameras vanish, records fade. The Alberts toast while the doubts grow strong. The folks still fight, won't be long. Oh, the badge runs deep, the law runs thin. They stack the deck, but truth won't bend. The judge looks away, the truth gets drowned. Ain't no justice in Canton Town. Proctor's story shifts and sways. Cameras vanish, records fade. The Alberts toast while the doubts grow strong. The folks still fight, won't be long. Oh, the badge runs deep, the law runs thin. They stack the deck, but truth won't bend. The judge looks away, the truth gets drowned. Ain't no justice in Canton Town.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what if any you might be. And today is a good day. 3 years almost of my life ended last night with what even though I'm just a stupid YouTuber who covers court cases, I'm in and out. I'll be on to the next one. But the Karen Read case got under my skin and stuck with me because we have been covering it. We met so many great people. We built our channel on it. And it's kind of weird sitting here the day after, looking at 3 years of your life, thinking, what to do now? Probably a lot of creators are sitting right now thinking, oh yeah, that was a long time, but where do I go from here? I hope you enjoyed the intro music. That will be deleted today because justice was found for Karen Read, not John O'Keefe. So that's not gonna be played anymore. I'm never gonna listen to Jen, the horse-faced woman, scream, Jen, 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 again. And I'm happy about that. I put a poll up if you want me to start covering the Raul Vea case. It's a high school kid who stabulated another kid. They have had the first 2 days, but because of Juneteenth, they won't start up till Monday, so we can catch up on that case. Horrible case where a young man unalived another young man. I didn't deep dive it, but it seems like someone stole a beer or it was two rival schools, so they got into a fight. So there's a poll up, and most of all, we have to remember today is a very special day. Today is the day that Jamie turns 25. Jamie, my co-host, will be 25 years old today. if I knew your address, Jamie, I would be sending you all the cheese that I could buy because as a Wisconsinite, you love cheese. That's all I know about you. You like lashes and you like cheese. Jamie is 25 years old today, and I don't know if she's even gotten out of bed yet. She took a day off. If she's in chat, let's all join in and say, Happy birthday, Jamie. Happy birthday, Jamie. Happy birthday, dear Jamie. Happy birthday to you and many more. No, I can't send the gift to Fallujah. I know she's on patrol down there, but we don't talk about that. But Jamie's probably not here today. She's sleeping. I have some paperwork. Sorry, anime. You sent me a Rumble rant. My internet was so crapped up yesterday, so I couldn't say it, but thank you so much. And Jojo gifted 5 memberships to Martha D, Chef Nomad, Elizabeth, Lightning Life, and Space A Stacy. And Simi became a muffin top. So welcome, all y'all. You get the Sue Bird. That's all. I release videos a little bit earlier for my members. I'm not good at this grifting. Kim is having a good day. But, oh, even Brandon is having a good day. Do you have any cheers yesterday? I don't. I'm Scandinavian. We don't get emotional. I went into a state of, it's kind of, it's hard to describe because as a streamer, you hate what you do all the time because Karen Reed has been 35 days of me sitting on my ass talking to you. Before that, it's been, I don't know, I probably spent, I don't know how many hours on Karen Reed. So you hate it when you get to day 35. We were waffling on for 16 hours, 18 hours while we were on Verdict Watch, just trying to fill time. So you have this immense sense of relief that this is done. Then you have the emotional connection that you says, oh, she's a free woman now. And then you have that instant panic. What am I going to do? How am I going to go on? And me and Jess and Valhalla was sitting talking like an hour after the show in the green room. Then I was on the Discord talking for a bit. Then Expert was talking to me about doing a show. So I was more kind of relieved that I didn't have to do it anymore. She didn't have to do it anymore. I don't get teary-eyed. I get happy, and I get really vindictive, and that's why I do this stream, because all the assholes who's been calling me a fat grifter for the last 2.5 years, who were right, of course, had all the copium they could take in yesterday, and every little bit of salt they spilled on the ground, I was there to mine, because those are some of the most wild people I have encountered. I have covered cases. Before this, the most hatred I ever got was a case in Atlanta where a white girl pew-pewed a black man. And I was called a racist because I said, I don't think the state have proved that it wasn't self-defense. That was racist. And there will still be someone popping into my comments calling me a racist. I just have the same position in every case. If it's Karen Reed, if it's, I can't even remember her name, if it's Alex Murdoch, who, Alex Murdoch, I didn't cover that, or if it's Bradley Yawn, who is one of the worst people in the world. You still have to prove the case for me to say, I think the state proved their case. But that was the most hatred I ever had until I met the anti-Karen Reed crowd. You would have been dead in the water without Kid's super chat and a fake fan fetish, although Val started waking up on time towards the end. Kid's super chats. I would have been dead in the water if I didn't have you amazing people and Brendan to send me some, whenever my blood pressure got a little low, he sent me something about how Germans ran trains in 1939 and just to pique my interest. Lewd? Yeah, I didn't get to bed till 2 a.m. I'd be interested in seeing another case involving any of her attorneys from this case. Yeah, but I don't think Yannetti is litigating much. AJ, he has some big cases, but they're old cases. So, yeah. I'm selfishly glad you're here today, and I'm not ready to have a lonely, long day at work. No, that's, you know me, when there's a special day like Juneteenth, Christmas, whatever, I'd normally stream a little bit because some people might need someone to hang out with. You've been a supporter of justice. Well, I have been a grifter covering a case that I got involved in. Rumor has it Kimmy got Baker acted. Well, rumor has it that me and Kimmy might be moving in together. It's not 100% sure she's leaving her husband. She saw how right I was on the Karen Reed case. Margot sent me a long letter saying, I'm so sorry for being a dickweed. Krusty Panties sent me a handwritten note. Well, I think it was her because there was a lot of greasy fingerprint and it smelled like Marlboro hundreds and cheap scotch. I don't know, but yeah, everything's gonna be great from now on. Brandon was on fire yesterday. Brandon was on fire yesterday, especially when the Germans came in. Well, maybe you should get deported for not thinking the way Wendy does. We will get to Wendy. He said on time. No, today we are salt mining, expert. Expert, you never gave me a time. Proctor is Birchmore, yes. We'll keep an eye on that. It's a federal trial, so we can't cover much of it. The only new thing that has come out is that allegedly he's not the father of Birchmore's unborn child. So he should have taken a paternity test instead of taking her to Valhalla. And I'm not talking about the goat farm. I'm talking about the big place in the sky. So he unalived her for being pregnant with not his baby, is what the latest rumor is. Who is Kimmy? Kimmy is my green card. She is a woman who I love deeply. She's married. I know it's frowned upon in certain areas, but she's from New Jersey, so everything goes in New Jersey. She's been a big supporter during the Karen Reed trial. We have had this, kind of like when the White Rabbit yells at you saying, why are you not up yet? And you say, it's only 1 o'clock. And she said, you're a lazy bum. And you say, I love you, hon. That dynamic men and women have where we love and they yell, which means the louder a woman yells at you, the more she loves you. That's what I've been told. So we have had this ongoing dynamic, and finally, after the not guilty verdict yesterday, we might be taking the plunge. There is a little. She is married right now, but again, it's New Jersey. They have a big swamp area up there. Brandon is trying to get some connections going. We can't talk about it on screen. Wendy should probably be Baker acted. We will be looking at Wendy. Karen raised over $1 million. Yeah, and she is still probably flat broke. because she spent a lot of money. God bless her defense team who did it pro bono. God bless all you people who contributed to Karen's defense club. Proctor was a fat bastard lying through his teeth. I couldn't see the entire show. I saw some clips over on the glare. That's not gonna age well. Well, that's kind of dumb, yeah. The fact that he needed a DNA test is still criminal after reading those texts. Yeah, I thought that there was a 45-page indictment. I think I have read most of the stuff. That was one of the worst streams getting through, how he had this choking fetish that he wanted to do on her, and he wanted to treat her more or less like a $2 streetwalker. And she went along with it because she was sadly trained that way by all the police officers who took advantage of her. That was a horrible reading. Sadly, it'll be federal, so we can't cover it. That man, I think I have a place for him. Right inside Lord Chippy. You never gave me a time. You just named people names. I don't know, like Kimmy Gibbler and Jesse Spano should come on. I said, give me a time, but I think you should also talk to these people. I'm going to call the White Rabbit and make an arrangement with her because she remembers things. Hey, Reby. No, we have a love. Women yell at men when they love them. I learned that. You came for the salt mining. Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Luckily, we kept the second Buc-ee's out of Colorado. Not a good look, Broken Baker. I like Buc-ee's. I would say their brisket sandwich is a little dry. Nice toilets. I got some good hot honey in there. I got a got a plushie for Baby Baker. And I got a big gulp drink. Nah, I don't. I know enough idiots. I don't need more idiots. Quick Trip is the supreme gas station. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Timu or fast food. I like their fast food. No, I would have to say Weigel's has better fast food. Is White Rabbit even taking my calls? No. I got a voice message saying, "Do you know what you put me through?" I said, "No, it was Valhalla." She said, "It's the Danish flu. It's worse than anything out of China." And she hung up. I feel like you need to know your way around at Buc-ee's to make it worth it, or just enjoy the cheap gas and heavenly bathrooms. You can get lost in there. We actually got lost. I was standing outside waiting for the other people because I couldn't find them in the store. And then I texted them saying, "I'm outside," and they were like inside looking for me. Gracias, because it was a gift from Miami Spice. Thank you, Miami. Oh, I should have had my cowboy hat. Where's the Buc-ee's onesie? You didn't get a Buc-ee's onesie. I got a pair of American flag overalls, but I need to lose 5 pounds before I can wear those. Getting to the restrooms in Buc-ee's is like real life Game of Frogger. I just walked in and it was really nice. That's good. Yeah, it seemed okay, but I would still say Weigel's milk and Weigel's fast food is better than Buc-ee's. But We're not here to learn about petroling habits in America. We are here to mine salt. Let's start out with Alex Berenson. Well, people in Massachusetts really hate the cops. Not much else to say. Well, I'm not in Massachusetts, but I agree. People should hate all the cops we have seen in this trial, except Barrows. He was the only good cop that happened to be on this case at all. Come on now. Why don't you do what I'm asking you to do? Stupid. No, I set it all up and then it doesn't work. I have to do this. Sorry. I'm learning from the expert. What? Can't touch that? Why not? Just keeping it over here. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. No, that's the wrong one. This one. I'm like the expert. I don't know who that Mark Barrows is. I've seen him a couple of times. Is that guy an election analyst? I don't know who he is, but he seems pretty slow in the head. Put the overalls on, and he looked like he had stuffed an orange and a lemon in his pants. Visualize that, an orange and a lemon. Yeah, and a baby carrot between. Barrows was a good one. Hey, Lucas Knight. Oh, there's a lot of flexing going on. This one is from Kim Fair. This is about the interview on 2020. It was okay. I feel bad for him. His private text messages to his friends should never have seen the light of day. And if his text messages were going to be subpoenaed, why weren't Karen Reed's text messages subpoenaed and turned over to the prosecution? I'm waiting for Josh Levy to give me a call back on this. And Honey Bunny, even with your strangely large man hands, I'm pretty sure you're not going to get a call back from Josh Levy, because Josh Levy left office when Trump became El Presidente. And if you didn't catch it, we had Karen Reed's text messages during the trial. I know it's hard to follow along when you spend the most of your day on Twitch complaining about Toilet Boy, but it was part of the trial. Remember the text between her and Hickey? Oh, John DePetro turned all the way stupid because he's using the Karen Reed defense on the taillight he busted yesterday. Saying there was no taillight, it was planted. You're just an idiot. Hey, Beth. Stephen, you take that back. You take that back. You should hate all the constables. I know some of you are good. Please take no offense if you're in that exception. Yeah, but the problem is, if you threw a knife in a... I should probably not say that on YouTube. Well, if you put all the police officers in Massachusetts in one room and threw a ping pong ball in there, you probably wouldn't hit a good one. I'm not doing yoga, and you're watching me. Karen's angry tampon. When Karen Reed is convicted, will she apologize to the O'Keefe family and beg for mercy? I'm watching the interviews on Court TV and how they're picking the freaks to admonish Hank and those of us who know Aiden and what he was hired to do. Today's spotlight is tomorrow's prison sentence. Things that didn't work out the way you wanted. But you're quickly back with a new cope. Still Karen's angry tampon. Okay, I'm hearing they have convicted her on OUI and manslaughter and are arguing over murder too. I'll take manslaughter and the 15-year sentence with 20 years of probation. She has to give up her passport and open a victim fund. Can't wait for the civil lawsuit. She'll be broke. Good. This was actually sent out right before the verdict came in. People must be so sad writing all of this stuff on the internet. I'm waiting for a callback from Presley why he never did 5 encores during his last concert. Yeah, he could have done that. Not all the Turtle Boy haters thought Karen was guilty, but all the guilty votes are Turtle Boy haters. Exactly. And all the ones I'm reading here today probably couldn't pick Karen Reed out in a lineup. Hey, Harry, it was quite the lesson watching people getting in their feelings and forgetting how law and logic works. From your mouth to God's ears. Great name, though. Yeah, Karen Reed's Angry Tampon is one of the more colorful, still a little bit disgusting, but at least she put some effort into it. Yeah. Hey, Santiago Garcia and Rachel Bone. It aged kind of like sour milk. Goddamn tampon. Sue, don't encourage him because tomorrow we will have Sue Bird's tampon in chat. That angry tampon probably suffering from toxic shock right now. Yeah, it probably put it up too deep. I hope the DOJ, FBI on what is happening in Boston, I hope they find out who is responsible. They will never. I'm sorry to say it. I still think Karen Reed was swept up as part of the Birdsmore trial. Karen Reed is free now. They are not going to do anything. And talking about the feds, you know I only love 2 federal agents. Herbert Hoover for his provocative, wasn't his first name Herbert? His provocative sense of dressing, and of course, Miss Caffey Daffy, who put her account on protected mode yesterday. Karen Reed said, "No one fought harder for justice for John O'Keefe than I have." What a slap in the face to the O'Keefes. I am nauseated. Yeah, because you didn't fight for anything, you 2-bit whore. Oh, what? Jamie, stop saying stuff like that. And I thought Scully was kind of a C word. J. Edgar Hoover. Herbert Hoover was president. But still, provocative sense of dress that I have taken to me in my private time. And just like that, 1 year probation, John O'Keefe's life was worth nothing. That was the message sent. My deepest condolences to the O'Keefe family. If any of you have seen the clip of her on Plevin's channel, I think I have it bookmarked. We'll see that later. I think we all are nauseated by Coffee Duffies. Really, even taking a convict Karen Reed hat on, I am pretty sure Brennan and Lally fought harder than Coffee Daffer. Yeah, if they truly believed that Karen Reed was guilty, they did more than Caffey Daffy, because the only thing she did was getting bumped from Court TV. Court TV, who uses John De... What the hell did this is? Oh, that was my computer. John DePetro now instead of Caffey Daffy. She got kicked off Court TV for being too loony. She is trash. She was so mad at the verdict, she immediately left the call. Yeah, that was so fun. I think I have it. I'm going to put it up there. What did Brandon do now? Oh. Who is this Sue person and why is she hillbilly angry? Sue's moist overused tampon. Sue is just perpetually angry. But talking about Kofi Doofus, she's the first one I have seen being fact-checked. Karen Reed guilty of OUI only. Hopefully she'll get the maximum of 2.5 years. John O'Keefe's life was worth so much more. And then she got fact-checked. At the time, Coffin Daffer posted this, Karen Reed had already been sentenced to the statutory minimum of 1 year probation and a diversion program consistent with other first-time offenders of the OUI charge. You're such an idiot, Kofius. You scare me. I thought it was an earthquake. No, I have an up-down table and it just hit my computer. We don't have earthquakes. God loves Denmark. What's Birthmore? That's the young woman who was unalived after she had been groomed since she started that volunteer police cadet kind of class at, I think she started at 13. He started making advances at her when she was 14, banged her when she was 15, and then all the cops took turns on her, and she was unalived in her apartment. The night he got a new baby, he still took time out of his schedule to go and unalive his, it sounds harsh, but sex toy. That's what he used her for. A young lady who was really looking forward to become a mother, to give this kid a better life than she had had. And this police officer, Deuce Canoe, took her life away because he couldn't live with the consequences. I did a stream where I read the things. Even when you make fun, Brandon, you would think he went too far. Yes, I use it for my OnlyFans table videos. And the other police officers covered for the murder, but the FBI was able to find 30,000 texts between Sandra and the Deuce Canoe. Yeah, the same guy who was looking into the digital evidence in the Karen Reed case overlooked 30,000 communications between Sandra and, is it Fanning, his name is. It's a federal case. It's a little hard to cover, but I did read the charging document, but that was it February, March when he got arrested? Funny enough, his twin brother, who also did her, hasn't been arrested for anything, and there's still no state charges against him. It's only federal charges, even though he groomed a 13-year-old, talked about how he wanted to bang her when she was 14. That's A-okay in Morris's Massachusetts. Another person who I sometimes yell at on Twit, crime and controversies. If you want to commit a crime, you know where to go, folks. Fairview 34. It'll never be solved. She was a little late to the party, but got really deep into the anti-Karen Reed stuff. And for those of you who've been around long enough and covered the Zach Anderson case, another injustice in America, will know that during that trial, because he used ALS to communicate, they started using this as a logo for his Free Zach Anderson. I had his brother on a few times. You should go look into that case because that's also injustice. And the Karen Reed case, the Karen Reed team started using that. Deanne Lorraine didn't get the memo. Karen Reed and her defense team cheering and holding up devil horns after getting off scot-free for murder is so completely fitting and vile. Tell me your mom was typical. The devil horns are this. Love is this. You see the difference? Just like from love to hate, there's a very short distance, but there is a distance. But these people are el stupido. I said it when I read that trial that they should do an investigation at all the young streetwalkers, recreational sex workers, because I will bet you if they talk, especially to the very young of them, that there is a bang to be free program going on in that area with the tendencies we see with the cops. I bet you they could pay to not get written up. There's so much more in that case. I am sure of it. So glad you're minding salt today. I have all these weirdos blocked, but wanted to drink the tears. I have to go through a few different because I'm blocked on a lot of them. Well, what do you expect? Tofu brains smashing taillights and driving away is apparently what they do in Canton. Mm-hmm. You're one bad meal apart. Oh, love or hate? I wonder who, like legally entity, has to put things in motion to investigate every single bit of this. The Birchmore trial, that's the DOJ, FBI. They are on it, but they stopped with the first guy, and now they found out it's not his DNA. I don't know if they're gonna catch. We know two other was fired because of their involvement with the case, but it kind of died down after that. We haven't heard anything. But maybe it's because murder is legal in Massachusetts. Says the dawn of the Ponderosa. I thought Ponderosa was isn't it a ranch in Dallas or something? Or dollars? Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. She did what she set out to do. She tainted the jury pool and bought her freedom. I hope all of you that helped her are proud of yourself. Meanwhile, my thoughts will be on this beautiful man and his beautiful family and friends. Remember how all these aunties called everyone idiots last year when people said the foreman was a plant for the state? I didn't do it. I said it'll be really hard to plant someone on the jury. But they were all, oh, take it, guys. No one tainted the jury. All of a sudden, roughly at the end of deliberations Tuesday, there started to come this this rumor that there was a tainted jury pool because someone saw that the foreman was smiling to Mr. O'Keefe. Again, he could just be a nice person. I said Baker only got 7,000 because he's a no-name streamer. When did I get? Can I get? Who sends me 7,000? 7,000. I could almost buy the house I'm looking at. Microdots, are you going to do any other thread merch or just the one T-shirt? Oh, is Microdots in here today? I didn't see him. Why didn't the court get Broken Baker to read the messages in court? He's good at this. Because they are racist against foreigners. It's kind of like Tennessee, where I can't be served beer because of my accent. They won't serve me. What is the update on the Brian Walsh case? No really updates, I think. Well, they will be going away, Tracy. Again, if you want to see it, over on my OF. Yeah, that's what Aiden said. The foreman this year was a black man with dreadlocks who didn't take any notes, and people from our side started getting, oh, he's a plant for the other side. But no, he probably just don't need to. Again, sometimes I'll take notes, but most of the time I'll just remember it. Yeah, even Plevin, I'm going to play that a bit later. He admitted that it'll be really hard. Microdots, thank you for all you did for this case. Sadly, I can't watch 2020. EU has some stupid censorship because if you are a news organization, you have to sign certain blah, 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 fake news, blah, blah, blah. So most news networks can't be seen. I've seen the clips that the Clara has shared. Boy, I'm not a thin guy, but he got fat. Waltz is set to start October 20th. That interview of Proctor was BS. Oh, you watched it on Discord? 2020 lied almost as much as Proctor. It was pre-recorded, and they have been on the Karen Reed was guilty wagon. So, what did we expect? Yeah, but the VPN, I didn't have any success with the one I tried that Jess recommended for me. It slowed my internet really bad, worse than it was yesterday. Where was Proctor? He was on 2020. Oh, I feel sorry for you. Don't do that. I'll come to Copenhagen and watch across the water. Wave across the water. Every case those cops and firefighters touched is now tainted. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of defense lawyers wanting to call them in there. Yeah, I like seeing Proctor looking fat and miserable. He's such a revolting liar. Yeah, and he cried. Man up, biatch. Yeah, and he said the self-deletion was just a joke and the looking for nudes was just for fun. Yeah, do better. Well, thank you so much, Microdots. You are too kind. Oh, I should do the too sweet because then the aunties will say, oh, he did the devil horns. No, it's NWO. Wrestling fans will get it. Proctor's doing Dateline tonight. When is he going to be on a dating show because his stupid wife finally kicked him out? Well, stand by your man, even if he has no pension plan. John DePetro, my favorite idiot. The true heroes. And the statement from the McAlbert family. Who haven't we heard from in this case? Bri Higgins. Whatever that means. Infer from it what do you want. This is the face of honesty, courage, and class because Jen McCabe did her part twice. And the system let her down. She dropped everything to try and help her friend John O'Keefe. John DePetro, I know you are but a grifter. Grifter merch available in my store. This biatch lied to the feds. She admitted lying to the feds. We can only speculate how much more she lied, but she admitted lying to the feds because she thought it was an ice cream van. She thought there was people trying to sell stuff. She forgot that she called 5 people. You call her the face of honesty. I call her the face of Mr. Ed if he ran into a steam engine. Oh yeah, she looked really young. Horrible case. I'll keep an eye on it, how much we can cover from it, but that horrible case. That deposition about what they claimed he did. Horrible. That was a mistake. I think it was Carrie. She only uses Carrie, I think. She wrote it yesterday on Twitter, and she retracted it this morning and said, I was wrong. It was his neighbor's house. That's the face of Skeletor. I would still say if Skeletor and a horse had a encounter, maybe a Tijuana accident, it would look like her. Federal obstruction charges. To whom? By whom? I don't know. As I say all the time, soccer mom is not a term of endearment here. It's a term of ridicule. Yeah. She is just evil. So your dog stole your remote. That's what you're saying. Well, soccer mom, I know you use that phrase, which I don't understand because it would be a football mom, and because you use the wrong terminology for your handshake game. But I only know them because they always drive minivans. That's where I know them from movies. Jen never called to ask why they left. Sealed innocence to me. Oh, she never called the McAlbert's residence and asked. Is that what you mean? The face has some really subtle dental work, a spray tan, and a really nice blowout. I would like a nice blowout. Soccer mom, Karen plus kids. Yeah, that's probably something. Yeah. Plus wine, plus over curiosity. Tough day, but we are on to the civil suit, wrongful death. And she will get new charges on witness intimidation. Where will she get new charges from on witness intimidation? John DePetro. Karen Reed beat the rap on murder, but we will never stop fighting for John O'Keefe and his family. You haven't fought for them one time in your life. You are just like me. You are a grifter. The only reason you are a little bit more than me is you're a grifter who has access to court TV. But so has Plevin. And for those of you who didn't see it, I just released, well, Baker Media, because I can't write, my fourth book. So Plevin, I'm 3 books ahead of you now. It's a totally fictional book about 3 people called Plevin, Krusty, and Caffy Daffy, who is jealous of a person they called a journalist. Go listen to it. It's a good 12 minutes. You can fall asleep to it tonight. The question yesterday about the hung jury makes me incredibly nervous that someone in the jury room knows far more about this case than they admitted to when they were picked. For someone to spontaneously come up with a question that mirrors the defense view of trial one's ending seems like repeat of trial one's alternate. I should read it as she writes it. The question yesterday about the hung jury makes me incredibly nervous that someone in the jury room knows far more about what this case is about than admitted when they were picked. For someone to spontaneously come up with a question that mirrors the defense view on trial one's ending seems like repeat of trial one's alternate jury who was freely admitting while drinking several times in public she was free Karen Reed and intended on acquitting Reed. I'm dyslexic and I can see that you need some commas in there. That's not justice, folk. Justice is when 12 impartial people make a decision based on the evidence in the courtroom, not the conjecture of skewed media and content creators who promote a baseless conspiracy for money and popularity. If our system can be bought, if impartiality and justice can't be tainted by the loudest paid voice, we do not have justice. And ultimately, this is not a free country. There's nothing patriotic about what the mob outside the courtroom is doing. They are trying to subvert justice by infecting the fairness and impartiality of the jurors with their views. Let's all pray for John's family and loved ones that this jury cannot be tainted. This jury is fair. That this jury is impartial. Hey, honey bun, what you're doing right now is also trying to infect the jury, because you're on the twits all the time writing stupid stuff like this in hopes someone will see the case the same way you do. You are no better than the rest of us, is all I can say. Well, I'm dyslexic while writing. I'm not. I read fine. That's the writing that's the big problem. I don't do grammar. I don't know. Hank did a lot of screaming and bitching. He did do a lot of screaming and bitching. And we haven't had any statement from him, but he's probably too busy counting his money. Yeah, it's gonna be some good movies. The high. I wish I had quality when I edited something. I don't. I just talk. They were paying for ads over the weekend. I'm trying to make sure the jurors saw that. I'm trying to make sure the jurors saw their point of view. Yeah, I thank you so much for the compliment. But it's a lot of people, when you say dyslexic, think that you can't read. I just have problems writing, so it's not. I should be able to read, especially this lowbrow, stupid type of communication. But thank you. As I said when Plevin yelled at me, it's my third language, but I still speak it better than you do. I had a thought. It's gone. Karen Reed proved that with enough money, an unethical legal team, and slimy content creators, you can kill a good man and get away with it. Sickening. She will lose every cent she has now and in the future to civil suits, and so will her cohorts. May the rest of her days be filled with double the amount of misery and pain she has caused John's friends and family. Remember, guys, we are the evil ones. We are the ones who talk bad about other people, who are assholes to other people. The anti-Karen Reed side are the moral superior. The side that doesn't believe in truth and justice and treating other people with respect. I even tried being nice to Plevin. And I don't know where they believe all of these lawsuits against Karen Reed's cohorts are going to come from. Do they know how civil law works? It seems almost like they're just making up that everyone can get sued for. Well, everyone can get sued for everything, but you can get your lawsuit thrown right out if it has no validity. You can then be countersued to pay for it if and they're going around and saying, oh, people have told me I should watch out that I would not be sued for the things I said. Well, it's not libel if I believe it, and I believe Plevin is an idiot. I never said Colon killed John O'Keefe. Never. I never said Brian Higgins did it. I said if I should point at someone, he would be my best guess. So I didn't definitively say it. What are you going to sue me about? Instead of sitting on the twits all day, screaming that you're better than us, maybe you should just try and look a little bit into the bullshit you're spewing, because it's wrong. It's always wrong. Oh, here's Jamie. Jamie just got out of bed. She had a long night. She was in Fallujah taking care of a small problem. We can't talk about the problem, but let's say he's not here anymore. Jamie is turning 25 today. So everyone wish Jamie a happy birthday. It wasn't Plevin who backed into the car. That was John DePetro. Yeah. Everyone loves Jamie. And Jamie, if I had your address, I would send you all the cheese whiz in the world. I heard she took out both the top military commanders in Iran. We are not talking about what Jamie did in Fallujah. Jamie was on vacation. And no one go look up where Jamie was the night bin Laden was found. So, come on. Allegedly, safe word to avoid slanderous lawsuits. Allegedly, Baker has a 12-inch tapeworm. Jamie, it's Thursday. No time for apologies. We have workplaces to go to, things to see, people to do, crickets to sing. With let's get out there and conquer the world together, or at least the driveway. I don't have your address. I delete addresses after I send stuff away. By the way, I know it's been a little while since I am when I finally get over this coup crap. I'm gonna go out and get some stuff, and we'll do another giveaway. There will be more salt. Don't you worry. I've been up mining all morning, but I needed to say happy birthday to my girl, Lisa Marie. I like all their enticing little avatars. I bet you they don't look like that in real life. How many jurors will be doing interview rounds like Ronnie? The jury shouldn't be able to profit off their decision. Karen Reed is still factually guilty. Any lawyers in chat? What is the thing everyone is instructed in a court? Innocent until proven guilty. A lot of the stoops want to say this, well, she's factually guilty. Well, she's factually guilty of an OUI. Yes, she is. She's factually innocent of causing the death of John O'Keefe. Innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. But that's not what this woman means. Another wonderful person on the other side who has been yelling a lot, Mama Lama Ding Dong. Sometimes evil wins, not because it's right, but because it lies louder, bullies harder, and torments anyone who stands in its ways. It's also a shame justice was left in the hands of 12 dumbos. Prayer to the O'Keefe family and friends. You're right, Mama Lama. The first trial did end wrongly, but luckily they fixed it in the second one. But you're not done. I mean, Karen Reed left her tail light at the crime scene, scattered in a debris field where John O'Keefe's shoe, hat, and body were found. Her tail light was embedded in his shirt. She told people she did it at the scene. She said he was dead and a plow might have hit him an hour before his body was even found. Her car reversed at 24 miles per hour, 75% throttle, for over 60 feet at the exact moment John stopped moving forever. And he was found exactly where she was last seen with him. What in the holy hell is happening? Mama Lama, I know you have some time on your hand. You should go back and watch the coverage done by, well, I would recommend Mo or Valhalla, but any one of the law tubers, any one of the crime tubers, because Karen Reed left her taillight at the crime scene, scattered in a debris field. No evidence of that because it was never recorded in a way where you can say, when John was found, this is where the taillight was, because nothing was found at that time. His taillight was embedded in his shirt. No, pieces of taillight was found in the same envelope as his shirt. It's a lie that you have kept saying over and over. It's not true. She told people she did it at the scene. Well, there's varying different opinions about that one. 3 EMTs in the first trial all said they heard it and only they heard it. And then, of course, no one ever wrote it down. No one told the police. So let's guess they remembered it later. She said he was dead and a plow might hit him. No, she said, could he have been hit by a plow? Her car reversed at 24 miles per hour, 75% throttle. It was actually 76% throttle, and it was 84 feet. And it wasn't at the exact moment John stopped moving forever, because he kept moving a minute after she left the scene, even if you go by the Commonwealth, 3 minutes after what reality was. And he was found exactly where she was last seen with him. Funny enough, that is also a lie. Karen Reed was not seen at Fairview 34 with John O'Keefe. She was seen driving into Fairview 34 with John O'Keefe, but no one ever testified they saw John O'Keefe in the car with Karen Reed. I know in the second trial, Jen McCabe talked about them sitting outside, but no one else has ever testified that they saw John and Karen after the Nagels saw him turn, after the 3-point when they turned onto Fairview. That's the last time anyone I will call credible mentions John and Karen being together. No one saw them at the house, because go back to Ryan Nagel's first testimony. She was parked alone in the car, moved up and moved up again. I drove past her. I never saw him leaving the car or in the car, and she had the dome light on. So Mama Lama, I'm sorry, you lost. Are people still dropping taillight pieces on Proctor's lawn? Don't harass Proctor. He has a buffet to get to. It must have been the low resolution that made we couldn't see all the taillight pieces. They didn't find till 11 days later. She said, I did it 3 times and my memory gets better with time. Might have missed some. But Mama Llama isn't done. I still have hope. This isn't a sporting event, so I haven't thrown in the towel. But let's be real. Common sense says that at least one, probably more, free Karen Reed freak on that jury. That would be freaks because there's 3 of them. Worried about the SJC ruling. Clips aren't evidence. Confused about whether she was drunk. There are actual videos of her pounding 9 vodka drinks. Nah, again, you're wrong. And admitting it. No, she said she was drinking. And her BAC backs it up. Come on. The evidence is all there. Down to the second. Literally the second. The real issue has always been getting a fair jury. Everyone knew this was the risk. These people have no morals and would lie under oath without blinking to get on that jury. The defense counted on this. But I still have hope. Hope that they have the guts to do the right thing, to see through the noise, ignore the freak show, and deliver justice for John O'Keefe and his family. Yeah. Oh, you're so nice, Brian Jr. This woman, Lama, is a real person. Photos with her and Jen stalking a free Karen Reed stalkers together on X. Oh, crazy, crazy woman. Proctor also tanked the civil case last night by saying he wouldn't do anything different. He admitted failure by proxy. Still, civil suits are notoriously different than criminal suits. I wouldn't say anything so far. Remember, OJ was also found innocent, but still found liable. Yeah, exactly. I wonder what they think happened to John O'Keefe's other shoe. Did the just hyperspace? No, it wasn't the Garrett's Bardsman. No, the other shoe was found on him. Both shoes were shown in the court trial. She seems like some people say she had a lot of Botox. Maybe it seeped into her brain. Let's get to the real expert. She was found not guilty, sure. Not innocent, because she's not. It's another OJ situation. Civil liability because she did it. Let's see how I don't know what WI is, and federal stuff looming over her head works out. There is no federal stuff looming over Karen Reed's head. I don't know why they started with, she's now getting caught up in federal stuff. Oh, witness intimidation. Of course, it's witness intimidation. Baker, can you make it make sense? Why can they sue her in civil when she was found not guilty in criminal? Because the level of proof is lower. In civil court, you just need 50.0000001% to be found guilty. In criminal, you need beyond a reasonable doubt. Just need to get over 50%. And notoriously, civil courts vote weirdly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the witness intimidation. Are they still? Isn't it only Turtle Boy they're going after for that one? Did they ever bring charges? Didn't they do a grand jury that said there's no evidence of witness intimidation or any collusion? I don't know. Yeah, the preponderance of the evidence. Yeah, but it's still the same technical thing. He was found not guilty in causing the murders, but still found liable for them. And there can be 1,000 reasons why, but technically it's the same. He was found not guilty in criminal, but found liable in civil. Kate is straight up Delulu, and she better be careful playing her usual game with a Karen Reed no longer restrained by a criminal case. I, for one, hope that Aiden sues this fat bitch. She doesn't have any money, but just to shut her up, because she has said so many horrible things about him, his family. When she wished for his mom, I think wasn't she the one who said, "I hope she burned in hell" when she died from cancer. I wish she will find out what karma is, and it's not only a song. Thank you for today's stream and every trial you covered. You are hilarious and intelligent. It's a great mix. Love the chat too. Thank you so much, Holly Mac. No hilarity or intelligence without all you wonderful people who support me by viewing what I do. You make me have fun and be funny. Yeah, but technically he's still innocent. I don't remember what Massachusetts is on joint on several liability, but it's possible she won't be 100% liable for any civil findings too. Interesting. We'll have to look into that. Maybe talk to a lawyer. On Thursdays, we give Mama Llama Portuguese snowblowers. That's it. Well, also Oklahoma hand grenades and an Abraham Lincoln. Because if you wanna bang a Botox babe, you better be effing swole. Thank you, Brandon. And no one look up what a Portuguese snowblower is, or an Oklahoma hand grenade, or an Abraham Lincoln. All of them are on Urban Dictionary. Please don't look it up. No, I said stop it. You don't want to know You want to die without knowing what any of these are. That's okay. I'll give you a minute to go check it out, but I warned you. Don't do it. I know, Brandon. You don't want to know. Hey, LV Cups. It's a weird feeling. We are all happy at the same time. We're kind of like deflated because we have been in hypertension for 2 years now, 3 years. But yeah, what a rush! And thank heaven that justice finally came through. I have intelligences. I should invite Plevin back on for a discussion on the verdict. I have a booker, that's Marissa, but because she took over the week I was in Tennessee, she's become a little uppity. I told her yesterday, get a hold of Plevin, Kate, and if you can swing a Caffey Daffy, get her on. And she said, no. You can't hire good help these days. Well, I don't pay her, so the hiring is easy. I just told her she's my booker. Hey, Russian aloha. Then the couch fairy, but Turtle Boy had a pen and a platform, not a pew-pew, a badge, and a responsibility for an investigation that could lead to life in prison. Oh, I missed something. That sounds interesting. Yeah, let's hear about all the video, and please stop talking about my witnesses. They are all trustworthy. Well, Marissa, come on now. I bet you people... I should make a poll asking, should we force Marissa? And she'll just say, you can do whatever, I quit. Should I cover the Raoul Valley case? 82%. Okay, we'll do that tomorrow. Hey, RVA. Hey, I told you all yesterday, she's going to get the OUI. And it's a great compromise that the defense put in there. People needed a little calm me down. Why did I start so early? I started half an hour later than normal because Nurse Kim was going, so I wanted to not start at the same time. No, he probably blocked because he blocked me on Twitter, but he still follows me, the asshole. He does that a lot. He called me a liar and some crap and then told us we were stupid. Yeah, that's true that when he had his cope stream after I took him to the woodshed, he said you were dumb and I was dumb and everyone's dumb. And Marissa's not dumb. I am, but not Marissa. Marissa is a good cookie. The jury pool being contaminated isn't a conspiracy, Rebecca. It's the product of 2+ of Herculean effort to taint the jury pool by a mob of brain-dead pygmy losers and complicit talking heads like you. Tell me again about how 2 police departments, half of the town of Canton, a teenager and a dog conspired to kill a man literally liked by anyone, though. I don't know. I haven't heard that one. Pat Brown. I am not at all surprised at the Karen Reed verdict, which has nothing to do with justice, but the ludicrous U.S. system of an untrained civil jury guessing what the evidence mean while under incredible manipulation and pressure from attorneys, media, YouTubers, and an angry mob. I hope they watched me or someone better. M3 to buy a nice new hat. What's wrong with this? Is a gift. I have my Nebraska hat. I had that on Saturday. I don't know if Nebraska is a better choice. I'm still hoping that someone will gift me the Ohio State, because that's Jamie's favorite team, and I wish to be on a stream um, with the Ohio State hat on, or T-shirt, because she loves the Ohio State, and it's her birthday today. But thank you, M3. The idiots think a cover-up in conspiracy requires more than 2 people to be involved in it. Again, we talked about this so many times. In this case, you need the lead investigator and his crony, and you need the house owner and the former chief of police. The rest just did what they were told. Pat Brown did not watch the trial. She said so. Well, she has opinions, so I will mind the salt. The Walmart attempted kidnap case, Baker. It'll be short, but it's nuts. I haven't seen anything about it. You stop it. The Ohio State Buckeyes. Why isn't Jamie on so we can hear her cackle at these tweets? Because it's Jamie's birthday, Lefty. Have you sent her some cheese? An untrained jury, what's wrong with these fucktards? But they lost. That's why we are coke mining and salt mining today. Because all the same things people complained about from the Free Care and Read side at the last trial, that they thought someone was planting. And a lot of us streamers sat there and said, no, it's really hard to plant people on a jury. The jury is just stupid. That's the big problem. Don't trust the feds, don't trust the police, and don't trust the jury. That's just the rules. For a nice A2 hat, go blue. I don't know what an A2 is. Anaheim Ducks. I know there's something called the Anaheim Ducks. Thank you, M2. Yeah, where's the cheese, Lefty? Back to normal sleeping hours. Thanks for the coverage, Baker. Night all. Fuba, get some sleep. I'm trying to turn my hours back normal, but yesterday didn't work so well. Greg, it's coming up. Sunny Spirit. Raffle item. Read it. Why doesn't honest plus logical people see her for exactly what she is, a psychopath? I'm talking too many who... Stop writing with numbers. I'm talking to many who advocates her guilt. She loves to confess plus brag. She killed John. She get off on the power it gives her. Her supporters know she's guilty. Y'all have blood on your hands. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hottest take of the day. OJ walked. Casey Anthony walked. Karen Reed walked. A sad day for John's family. Everything in these cases exactly the same. That's because there is learned smartness and there is street smart, lived smartness. And it's 2 different things. Well, I said the same thing when everyone claimed that there was a plant on the first one. Do you know how hard it is to plant someone? The state and the defense has the equal amount of strikes. I am what you probably could call a professional juror. It's not a job, but it's something we sign up to for 4 years at the time, and then we get called at least 4 times a year. But because I am on the quick call list, I probably do between 15 and 30 cases on a normal year. I like our system better, of course I do, because I find it works. And with repetition, you also learn, okay, leave your bias at home, just because it sounds flashy, you have to prove it still with the evidence. So I am for the idea, or at least give it more teaching in civic classes in schools, so people know what is to be expected. Maybe even have like a 2-hour introduction to what is jury duty, what is reasonable doubt, what is bias. Because a lot of people sadly have that idea that, well, someone wouldn't be charged if they weren't guilty. And the first time I was in a courtroom, because you feel the power when you sit there with the responsibility, even though it's stupid, because my first case was 4 girls beating up 2 other girls, and they were really young. Yeah, I believe that's my first case. Maybe that, or it was a drug case where they tried. No, he took the blame for his girlfriend. I think one of those were my first case. And the first time you have to sit there and say, well, these 4 girls, one of them was 15, 2 of them was 16, and I think the last one was on or about 17. When we were sitting in there, we do the sentencing and the verdict combined. So we were sitting in there, and they were clearly guilty. Some stupid thing about a boyfriend, something. They started beating these other women who also were young. And the 3 of them really wanted to put it on the 15-year-old because they thought the legal age was 15, but they had lowered it. So it was 14 at the time. So she could still be held liable for it. And they had so much attitude. And you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh, I really, if they were my daughters, I would have spanked them, even though that's illegal in Denmark. But at some point you realize I can send these people to prison. That's a lot of power. And we convicted all 4 of them. And the one who was the biggest C word of these young women was actually removed from her home by CPS and put into an institution because she had a history of a lot of bad stuff. We didn't know that when we sentenced her. We gave her, I think we might have given her like 2 months in prison, but that because of her previous CPS history, Child Protective Service history, she had to stay at an institution till she turned 18. So that was 2 years she actually got convicted because she got a prison sentence. So you get a lot of power, and you kind of get scared of that power. So I'm not a big fan of just pulling randos in from the street and just sit them down and say, now you are the law. They could all have come back and found Karen Reed guilty of murder. And we wouldn't be sitting there saying, oh, no, well, that's what's happening. Your system scares me because it's random people who don't know anything about the law and don't really understand much of what's going on, who all of a sudden can put people away for life. That will scare me more. Hey, you, what? Be nice to me, Julie. What? You're so mean, Julie. Are we having a troll? Is a troll in the round in the? Hey, Jasmine, how are you doing? How many pigs are going to burn for this? No one. No one. Yeah, but again, you also have to be very. You have to be educated, but not overeducated, because what, as someone said with their smart boyfriend, yeah, they just learned what's in the books. And you don't want them to be lawyers. You want them to still have the streets. We do this sometimes. I had a case where someone got into a fight with the police in a bar. And I said it couldn't have happened the way the police said. No, he said, because he claimed he was being attacked and strangled by the cops. And I said, it can't happen because I know this bar. That would have been upstairs, and I can tell you from the surveillance videos, this is downstairs. So this doesn't match up with whatever he's telling us. And you need this regular person on juries, I believe. We had to do mock jury trials in high school civics course. Sometimes we were judge and an attorney or juror. Yeah, I like that thing. We just went and watched 2 trials, and then that was it. Hey, how are you doing, Jetsia? And Opal, hello. Oh, you finished my magnificent novel. Well, my company's novel. Yeah. It wasn't a gay bar. I do to keep up my cover. I go to regular bars as well. As I always say, I'm only gay for pay. Talking about being, I don't mind being wrong about the verdict or anything else, but I mind jurors being allowed to sit in judgment on serious cases if they are stupid. Low IQ jurors and people who generally can't understand science or who believe in myth and conspiracies should be per se unqualified. You're right, Wendy. That's why you should never be on a jury. Think about how stupid the Karen Reed jury had to be to find her guilty of OUI, the charge with the weakest evidence, and not guilty on manslaughter, which Reed admitted to, and the undisputed text stream data proved beyond all doubt. Stupid jurors should be stripped of citizenship. Did I accidentally hit someone, Brandon? That was Blake. Did someone undo what Brandon did? Did you? I can't see you blocked him. I have to go back and see my block list. But I don't think you blocked them. I just think you gave them a timeout, because I can just see you deleted their message, but and I can still put them in timeout and hide them. So you probably just gave them a timeout, and then I will have to go into the back door, and you always make me go to the back door. Giggity. But Wendy Murphy, who is a lawyer, believes that people should lose their citizenship. I don't know. Is an IQ test a part of your what's it called? Your green card test? Is there an IQ component on that one? In Denmark, you have to answer like 40 questions or something. Where the hell do community moderation? No. You didn't block them. That's all I can see. So, yeah. Put that mark on Brandon for Mod of the Year. It's been fixed. Thank you, Valhalla. See, Brandon, this is how mods work. She's gone full cuckoo. Yeah, she has lost her mind during this trial. It's been absolutely crazy how she's been acting up. Baker, you need to read the chat, for God's sake. I'm reading, but I'm looking at the background as well. Well, she is the ultimate Duke Lacrosse truther. Yeah, but Marissa, right now I have 6 tabs open. I can hear my Discord pinging away, but that window is covered by something else right now. You all, I got it. I got. The alleged backing up incident defies common sense as well. Yeah, and when she claims that people don't believe in science, the text stream data didn't prove crap. Even Hanky said, if we know what happened, that's reasonable doubt. Public is now on notice that murder is legal for rich people in Massachusetts. Massachusetts has the most distinguished legal system on earth because it allows jurors with low IQs to decide serious cases. Massachusetts also has a racist system because it sends poor black men to prison only because they can't spend millions on PR. So, if you thought the takes were not that hot, Wendy Murphy just said, let me throw a little bit of habanero pepper on that one and up the cray-cray scale a little bit. So you can hunt people for sport in Massachusetts if you're not black. And black people can't have money. That's racist. Yeah, I hope. Well, again, she's not actively using her license. She's probably have it suspended, but she's absolutely crazy. People should have to pass a sense of humor test before they're allowed on social media. I agree. Yeah, but it's not because they have money, because all of them are sloppy drunks. Yep. And I'll break this to Wendy. Poor white people also go to prison way more than rich white people and rich black people. Because sadly, America has a system where it's pay to play. That's just how it is. As I've told you, in Denmark, if you get snatched by the popo, you say, I want Wendy Murphy to defend me. If Wendy Murphy is practicing criminal law and doesn't have another case, she will be put on your case. She will then be paid by the state, and you will have to pay the state back. That makes certain that you can get the best possible defense. You don't get an overworked public defender who is running 35,000 cases. In Denmark, it's the prosecution that's overloaded. The defense attorneys, you can get whomever you want as long as they are not having another case and they're practicing criminal law. You can say, I just want that guy. And the police will reach out to them and say, hey, we have Johnny here. Johnny wants you as a lawyer. Can you come by tomorrow and talk to him, or come by today, or whatever? Then it's between the defendant and the state. The state will give the defense lawyer a pro rata, this amount of hours, this amount of pay. And then they will go get it. If you don't have money, they'll take it through your wages or social income, social benefits. They will just garner it on your taxes. But you can get the lawyer you want because you don't have to take a wad of cash, throw it on the table and say, I want Alan Jackson. You can just go in and say, I want Alan Jackson. And if he's not busy, you get Alan Jackson. Only if they have something else. Normally, if they have something else, because a lot of people, of course, wants the most famous ones because they think they are the best. But then normally they will kick it down in the company, so it'll be this the famous lawyer's company representing them. There should be laws that cap what the state can spend on prosecution based on what the defendant has to spend on his or her defense. Well, that at some point would be a problem, because can you then do enough DNA tests? In this case, I would have liked them doing more DNA tests, but sadly they spend all the money on overtime pay to all the police officers. But there should be a rule about how many times you can try it with a hung jury. The Caroline Tyler case, 4 tries. That's not fair. The problem is you can't pick and choose what you want to apply capitalism to. Well, you could stop living in a commie state, because in commie states you have to bribe everyone. We actually have lower corporate taxes than America. It's easier to start a company in Denmark than America. We are more capitalistic than you on the business front. The social front, yeah, trust me, even Bernie Sanders would be, what? And Wendy, give it to me straight. I trust you. Is she getting off? Oh, sorry, I didn't put it on the screen. Nope. Hung is possible, but no way not guilty on manslaughter. That's my favorite lawyer, Wendy Murphy, saying, no way in hell she's gonna skate on that one. Now I have to do, sorry, I'm good. Let's just end today with a little bit of Plevin, because we all need some Plevin in our life, because I'm gonna miss. I have a fondness in my heart for people who, well, it's a little slow, and I'm gonna miss Plevin when all this is over, because Plevin will be gone within, I don't know, 2 months. No one will even remember he exists anymore. So I'm gonna miss him. Sit there one day and think, oh, I had a person on who was quite stupid. What was his name? I think it was Devin something. But I'm gonna miss him when we get to that. At that time, I will be doing the same thing I always do, laughing how stupid these people were. But let's do this.
I don't agree with that conclusion, but I think there were weaknesses in the prosecution's case that couldn't be settled in the deliberation room. And
I don't think I'd be as disgusted if they won this case without harassing all those people.
right.
Right.
Just one in court. It was just one in court on the merits of the argument. I'd be fine
Agreed.
with it. But after watching the disgusting display the media's put on, and all these parasites have enjoyed, from their monetary gain
Right.
to their joy and jubilance over the suffering of others,
Oh,
that is what's
that's me.
making me want to puke right now.
so someone's saying she
She-
got 1 year probation. So did they already do the sentencing? Do we
Yep.
miss it?
1 year probation.
That's
That
what I
is-
assume.
So so I mean,
Yeah.
if she had any integrity, if any of these people did, if David Yannetti, they'd come out on the courthouse stairs and say, the people that have been falsely accused, sorry we used you, but yes.
Yeah.
No, they're not going
You
to
were
do
innocent.
that.
You were
They're not-
innocent.
they're
Well,
not
we
gonna do
know
that.
they
course
aren't
not.
going to do that.
Of course
Yeah,
not.
But I hear you, Kevin. I know.
It's
I
going to
hope
get
Peg
worse.
runs her over with a car right now. That would be the
Right.
perfect ending.
No, I don't think that. I just think it's really, I mean, this was bought and paid for. Bought and paid for.
Yeah.
This is the Copacabana. They are so coping, and I am so laughing. These losers.
Kevin, I don't know.
This one, notice Miss Caffey Daffy in the lower corner.
Oh, I have to go with Matt on this one. And I don't know who else is in that, but from day one, I was so worried about a stealth juror because you cannot get an independent jury pool from this area. It should have been from Boston. I know we have to deal with the fact that the verdict is in, and I will respect that. But wait, I will bet any amount of money that there were particular FKR people in there and it's going to come out. That's my opinion. And
Well, I'm
we'll
not
see what
disputing that. What I'm saying is that you're not going to get 1 or 2 FKR people to convince 10 people who were convinced that Karen was guilty. You're not going to 1 or 2 of them is not going to convince them to change their vote. So then you would get a hung jury. But we didn't get a hung jury. We got a decision.
Well,
So-
I think oftentimes what happens is the stronger voices, there's always, the jury makeup typically, there's several people who just kind of go along. And then there's the strong voices that end up not coercing, but guiding, if you will, a verdict. That's just the way it works. That's just, you have the leaders, you have sort of the followers. And I bet you the leaders were possibly, in that vein. That's just my concern.
Jennifer Kaffendaffer, who is apparently a former Fed, claims that this is not justice. I don't know. I know your soldiers have to pledge allegiance to the flag and the Constitution and protect it, uphold it. How about the feds? She's out here actively saying that this is unconstitutional. The justice system is broken. The same justice system that she swore to protect.
I know.
It's going to get
That showed its power yesterday. 12 people found someone innocent. You can like or dislike, but the system worked. She was a firearms instructor who now pretends to have been an investigator. No. I know she took down the Sinaloa cartel. She single-handedly took out Pablo Escobar. She raided the entire Golden Triangle in Asia. She did all of that on her own. Her and McDonough was in on it together. No, this is justice for Karen. There will never be justice for John. Yeah, they were a team. Those two were the ones. He was the DEA wing. She was the FBI wing. They took down all of them with their team of 5. If a juror gave up their position, that's their decision only. Yeah, and again, yes, they are discussing in the room. We know that from the last trial, that the strong voices almost made her be found guilty in manslaughter at the last trial, because 1 or 2 people did change their vote. But that was okay with Caffey Daffy. And I don't know who this person is who says this, but this is why I despise the other side.
I know.
it's
I
going to
hope
get
Peg
worse.
runs her over with a car right now. That would be the perfect ending.
I know.
It's
I
going to
hope
get
Peg
worse.
runs her over with a car right now. That would be the perfect ending.
I know.
It's
I
going to
hope
get
Peg
worse.
runs her over with a car right now. That would be the perfect ending.
I don't know who Boundless is. That wouldn't be the perfect ending. What a horrible person you are. I hope someone looks into all the threats that was made yesterday. Hope someone looks into all the hatred, because you've spent 2.5 years trying to get Aiden put in prison for nothing. For driving by Jen McCabe's house, we had people actively asking for Karen Reed to be hit by a car. What is wrong with you people? It's this is why sometimes court streaming is fun, sometimes it's horrible. Who did he want to hit with her with a I think he says AJ, but I'm not sure what it is he says. Yeah, and Boundless was the same guy talking about it was okay to bang a minor if you just waited a few years. Minors should have cookies. The only thing you should think of when you see anyone 12, 13 years old is not, oh, I'm going to put that in the bank till she turns whatever the statutory age is in your state. No, you should think, I think she wants to have chocolate chip cookies and then go play. If you're such a horrible, and I don't think he would bang a woman. He doesn't sound like he would bang a woman. But the only thought that should be running through your head when you see a minor is, does she want chocolate chip or regular cookies? You shouldn't be thinking the same disgusting thing with that Catch Me Outside girl that became a millionaire the night she turned 18 because Creeps has been sitting there waiting till she turned 18 so it would be legal to wank off to her OnlyFans. I only have one simple thing for those people. Lord Chippy. Well, Santiago Garcia Jr., welcome. Thank you. What do you mean, you people? Don't lump us in with Brandon. You are all in here with Brandon. You're all crazy. How can I help get all that coal dust off him? Well, not a minor. A minor. Hey, Tom Gillis. So good to see you as well. Hope you're doing great. Catch me outside, why won't you? Have you sent that driver to Brandon, or is he going to yell in chat again? What a weird response these people have to a murder trial verdict. They act as if it's a sporting event. In the past, I used to wonder if calling them savages was unfair. No more. They truly are emotionally, mentally, and intellectually unevolved gutter trash. I am in Denmark. Well, Brandon, you can get your membership chat and your driver at Tom Gillis' son's house. Let's get the final cope. Why I am at peace with the Karen Reed verdict. There is a higher court that can't be fooled or corrupted. Justice will come in the wrongful death suit verdict, just like OJ's case. Her soul and body are infirmed. That is a punishment in and of itself. Fuck you, you horrible woman. I grew up with a mom who had muscular deterioration, who had, what do you call it? Not arthritis, but it's a form of arthritis. She would cause her severe pain, which would make her muscle deteriorate. Are you saying my mom got punished? My mom was probably one of the best women I know. Well, she was kind of a douche to me, but I was a douche to her. But if any one of us had a friend who was lacking a bit at home, who might have parents who weren't good parents, my mom just installed them in our house for months, fed them, clothed them, took care of them, gave them love. When I started playing in a marching band traveling all over Europe, my mom spent every summer traveling with us, helping out again with some of these people who might not have had the best life. Even though my mom could wake up in the morning and her muscles would just be swollen to a big ball, she would do anything for everyone else. And you claim this is a punishment? Go fuck yourself, you horrible, horrible sack of shit. I don't wish ill on you, but you are the worst fucking person in this entire case because you are too intelligent to be this stupid. This is Caffey Daffy. Mo has medical issues. Are you claiming she's been punished too? A lot of good people out there is suffering. And you call it a punishment? I hope no one ever thinks like you, because this is horrible. I feel sad for you. One of my good buddies got MS when he was in his early 40s. He can hardly walk now. What's he being punished for? I despise this woman. I despise this woman. Two people in my family have MS. It's the wheel of genetics, not a punishment from God. How wretched. I have fibromyalgia, the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. No, apparently she's not too intelligent to be that stupid, but she actually is, because she's not KP. She's not Plevin. This woman actually chooses to be this wild. I am convinced hate is bad for your health. Yes, it is. When I lost my mom, I got mad at God. And because I was mad at God, I got mad at everyone else. And I learned that sometimes you have to make a choice not to hate. Have to make a choice not to be angry. And you have to make a choice not to say what you really mean. These people should take that choice. Find some joy in their life. Buy a puppy, send it to Brandon, and laugh every time it eats his remote. Send Jamie an Ohio State cap and smile when she giggles. Imagine this is your take. She's being punished. Fuck yourself. This lady has more courage, more strength than anyone on the other side. And she had the biggest sets of cojones. She took on the Massachusetts state and she won. Even with a body that's not in the best shape. She has some chronic illnesses. But she was there every single day fighting for justice. You claim you're an FBI agent. You should be fighting for justice. Instead, you rolled over and took the easy grift because you just wanted to get some airtime on court TV. Because it's easy to be a big dumb fish in a small puddle of short bus idiots than to be on the right side and fight for justice. Brandon is in need of dogs. You're also a great community like Harry. I wish you all lots of love. Jasmine, thank you so much. And Harry and I am very lucky that we have a lot of great people hanging around. I wish there was a way to get her charged with coercion or facilitation, but nothing we can do. Sadly not. I hope a lot of stuff will come out in the future, how the Commonwealth were interacting with all of these a-holes, how they were leaking information, because we know Plevin had access to information before the defense team has. I really hope Massachusetts will be cleaned, but I won't hold my breath waiting for it. I bet she's rolled over and taken it many times. Well, if you can't do your job right, you have to be on your knees. AJ, thank you for all your hard work on this trial, for surviving Brandon's jokes, and a shout out to Gabby's fan. Yes, thank you so much, AJ. I was in voice with Gabby yesterday. I don't know what's wrong with that woman. She well, maybe it's the Massachusetts in her that but the things she was talking about with you, and I was sitting there defending your honor, and she kept on going on about how it's actually you who has the OnlyFans, not her. And I said, I don't believe that. AJ drives little old ladies to church every Sunday. She does prayer service at the orphanage. Gabby, you won't get me on the AJ hate train. But Gabby is mean. She's kind of like Jamie. Oh, cool. I will go look at it. If you didn't see the 2020 yesterday, go check out on Lady Autumn Sky's website, Proctor's deterioration. I wonder if Caffey Daffy believes that his fatness that came over the last 6 months is because God is punishing him too. Oh, hey, Gabby. Moon pie. I don't like moon pies. Lurker here, loved your coverage of Karen. Thanks to Mo and Valhalla for intelligent commentary. You won't get much law coverage here. We are laymen, all of us, but we try to make it a little bit more fun to watch. And luckily, we have some cool friends that sometimes drop by and help us with all of the legal stuff. But now I will go make myself some dinner. It's 5:30. I'm going to go to bed early tonight, get some sleep. We mined some salt. We drank some copium. Thank you all so much for helping me get through the Karen Reed case. 3 years almost. It's been a long time. Been a long time for you. Luckily, we ended on a high note. A misdemeanor OUI. In the spirit of Sue, go fuck yourself, Brennan. Go fuck yourself, Lally. Go fuck yourself, Michael Morrissey, and let the feds get hold of that.
Yes, I did examine his lower extremities. That is protocol in any case of suspected impact with a motor vehicle. So I did examine his legs, and I did not see any evidence of an impact site.
Just pin it on the girl, right?